Hi there everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all okay. To all the family members and subscribers, as always, thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Please keep the comments coming and hit the like button if YouTube allows you to. More poems, folks. This is from my book called Betrayed. The Worm Turns. And this is my views on the United Kingdom as we find it today. A lot of people might not agree with it, but that's absolutely fine. The first poem I want to read is called Homeless. And this is, are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. All I own is what I stand in, clothing tattered and so frayed, no socks within my shoes, no place of safety for me to stay, begging for money to get by. This is not the life I chose. I wish I had the answer of what to do. I can numb the pain with some cheap booze. People look away as they pass by. It's almost as I am not here. I'm just like you. I want to shout. Then night comes along with fear. There is no employment for me to do, so I sit and dream of better times. As I lay inside my cardboard bed, when everything just was fine. The sun goes down, the darkness comes, my fight for life has begun. I pray I won't freeze before the night is through, although sometimes I wish my life was done. When you pass the homeless in the street, see a person sat there no different from you. Take time to help them along. Just think of those hard times that they have been through. And the next poem is called Homeless and Lonely. Can you see the homeless guy in the doorway? And here's Ted, look. I'll start again. Can you see the homeless guy in the doorway, sitting in the cold with his head in his hands, wondering where his next meal is coming from, in England's green and pleasant land? Being moved along by the police, but to where? The government who do not care nor understand. When it's freezing, where can he find warmth? In England's green and pleasant land. He has no strength left inside him to fight. With hope he stretches forth his hand, asking for any help as people hurry by. In England's green and pleasant land. The next one is Homeless and Lonely. I walked by a beggar sitting in Sainsbury's supermarket door. Someone said, "Don't give him anything, spend it on something nicer. He will only spend it on alcohol and drugs, you know." Well, I didn't expect him to top up his ISA. He looked at me with sunken eyes, with sores around his lips, a hand-rolled cigarette in his hand stained with nicotine, his body ravaged by years of living on his wits alone. It's so sad that those with plenty can so often be so mean. His clothing was torn and dirty. There were holes in his shoes. I went and got him a sandwich and a nice hot coffee too. I bought him some clothing and a pair of shoes. For those who ignore another man's plight, think that could be you. I sat with him and we chatted. We laughed as the world went by. He thanked me for my kindness and asked that God bless me. The tears that ran down his face left marks on his dusty skin. There was such sorrow in his eyes, and it was there for all to see. Next time you see someone begging, don't become a judge. but it's their lifestyle choice, some of the ignorant will say. Just let your humanity rise. Do a random act of kindness. In giving you'll feel better, and you'll brighten up their day. When you are sat in your house and it's icy cold outside, just spare a thought for those sleeping in a shop doorway, hungry and freezing cold, just trying to survive the night. Open your heart and support the homeless today. And sadly, the homeless situation is getting worse and worse and worse. Wherever you go, there are hundreds of genuine homeless people, and sadly, there are a few who are just there to make a quick buck. But as you go through time, you begin to know who's genuine and who's false. This last point, folks, is about my hometown, Huddersfield. I walked into my town, it was just the other day, through the Combe Valley along Manchester Road, once full of mills and chimneys thick with smoke, the sound of machinery groaning under their heavy load. Once the employment of thousands of women and men, toil and sweat in weaving sheds, the clatter of the Dockcross loom, all now decaying and vandalised, shattered glass everywhere. Cheaper imports from enslaved labour sealed their doom. A once proud industry now lays in ruins and decay. Other mills once derelict and forlorn are now apartments, dwelling places all smart and new, a phoenix risen from the ashes. Lovely views from the penthouse roof, with a very extortionate rent. Walking up Chapel Hill, where a once proud chapel stood, now the golden domes of the Sikh temple glint in the sunlight. The minarets of the mosque stand tall, not far from the Hindu temple, all praying to some unseen god or gods. Who is who and who is right? On looking back, I see Huddersfield Cathedral House, a very impressive facade again, built to an unseen god or higher power. This once proud town of textiles and engineering with world renown, now just a shadow, and businesses closed by the hour. My town, the place where I was born, in its death's final throe, mass unemployment, youth with no future, no hope. Alcoholics sit in St. Peter's Garden, discarded syringes among the graves, crime increasing every day, violence, everyday event, it's a downward slope. See the sad people outside Wetherspoon's bars, bacon and egg with a pint of beer from 8:30, next to the bookies waiting to part money from fools. Its shops boarded up, decaying buildings, streets dirty. Gaming shops with fruit machines there to tempt the poor. So many begging for a bit of change and graffiti all over the doors. Pound shops by the dozen, takeaways by the score. People just dropping their rubbish and leaving it on the floor. Huddersfield railway station, Victorian architecture at its best. Outside, the Harold Wilson statue looks like he's running away. The fountains in St. George's Square are washed with burger wrappers and filth. What is happening to my town? It's dying day by day. This town will never regain the glories of its past. The textiles where fine worsted cloth were made. Engineering where Hopkinson's, Halsets and Browns supplied the world. All dead and buried now. Memorials rot and memories fade. And that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed those gloomy points for the day. But as I do walk around, I'm noticing so much decay and rot, particularly here in West Yorkshire. And I know it's happening everywhere, all over the country. Will we ever get back to where we once were? I doubt it, not in my lifetime. Anyway folks, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, please hit the like button, leave a comment in the box below, hit the bell icon for any future uploads, or else I will send Ted to get you. Oh, my little boy. You're beautiful, aren't you? Right? Beautiful little boy. And there he is folks, Ted. As always, I will say to you all, Namaste. Enjoy the rest of Monday, everyone. Bye for now. Let's go back and have the last few minutes on Ted. You're a star, Ted. Aren't you, buddy? Bye for now, everyone. Love you all.